Employment inclusion with Easterseals, bridging talent and opportunity. How can workplaces improve to better support their disabled employees?
All of us have a place. It's just a matter of finding that right place and finding the people to support and create that environment. And sometimes it takes a little bit more work, but despite that little bit more work being seen as a big barrier, I think the rewards from that extra work so far outweigh the cost. And it can create such a beautiful and strong environment for so many people when done correctly. In the end, one of the things I love too is that it's quite simple. Finding a job or talking about employment or the economy can feel so complicated. But at the end of the day, a lot of it is just, building those relationships, working with the client, and then helping the client find coworkers and a boss who understands that, yes, they may have differences, but those differences can be accommodated in a way that all of their gifts and talents can be showcased. And so that, in the end, oftentimes the accommodations are really simple things. And so something that seems so complex, I feel at the end of the day, when it gets broken down, can just be simple, and that simplicity can be, just a very refreshing thing.
Employers should always, and everyone should always look at universal design. If it works for a person with a disability, it works for everyone. So even the playing field for all, and make it so that if you put an automatic door opener to open your bathroom door, it's not just going to help the person with the disability, it's going to help everyone. Support all of your employees, meet them where they're at. Make sure that there's a constant open line of communication to understand what their needs are and how they can succeed. If they got the job, then they're qualified to do the job. So what do they need to be successful? I think a lot of times employees with and without disabilities don't know what's available to them. And so make that known to all of your employees so that the goal should be the success of them and your employment.
I've seen some individuals that have done some pretty amazing things when their employer steps back and really gets to know the individual and asks the question about what do you need to be successful, to truly understand what it is that they want to engage in and what they want to bring to that work environment and have that conversation.
My suggestion is I would just encourage businesses and employers to walk that way, walk that diverse way of learning from one another. Don't be afraid you're fearful to learn and grow. Be that leader, and also, lean within your teams to learn about, because you definitely learn and grow from your amazing colleagues.
How do inclusive employment practices benefit companies?
So the data is out there. Companies that have a more inclusive work environment and more inclusive workforce outperform companies that do not every day in every way.
Whether somebody discloses their disability or not, one thing we try to get companies to realize is that you may already have people with disabilities working in your field already. You just don't know it. So these practices that we're trying to implement is not going to benefit just our people, but benefit everybody working in your company. So if you have policies, practices in place that are just good for everyone, it's good business practice. Not just good business practice for individuals with disabilities, it's just good business practice regarding how you look at it.
It's really exciting to see employers realize and recognize that part of working with people with disabilities is about just making sure you have good resources for everybody, and knowing that those resources can really make a difference all over the place.
Inclusive employment practices benefit companies not only because it's the right thing to do, it also allows companies to expand and live and learn.
The company's wins become the wins of our clients, become the wins of the employees or employers themselves. And so, when our client reaches a milestone, that's a milestone for the company. When the company reaches a milestone, that's a milestone for our client. And it just becomes a very beautiful relationship that just has endless benefits.